was Election Day in deep red West Virginia and Nebraska, where early voting has been underway for weeks now. Those primary results, they're going to tell us a lot more about former President Donald Trump's hold on the GOP. Joining us now to talk more about what it looks like from the ground in Nebraska is Sara Gentzler, who's been covering the governor's race there for the Omaha World-Herald. Sara, thanks for being with you. You know, to me, I don't have a question. It's pretty clear to me, especially after the Ohio primary, that Donald Trump's hold on the Republican Party is still pretty solid, still pretty strong. The political world's watching the governor's race. It seems to be down to these three candidates. One of them, Conklin CEO Charles Herbster, has been endorsed by former President Donald Trump. He's also been accused of groping 8 women. Herbster says he's innocent. So what can you tell us about these accusations and about the race in general?
Well, I can say that, yeah, you're right that it's down to those 3 candidates. Most people agree that that's the case. Trump's endorsement of Herbster really did give him a boost early on and has carried him and through now with these allegations, which were reported first by the Nebraska Examiner, which is a news website here. And what's been really interesting to see there is that in the wake of those allegations, all of which the Nebraska Examiner corroborated, and one of which was from a Republican state senator. Then there's been a lawsuit that's transpiring there between Herbster and the accuser, the state senator. What's been interesting is in the wake of those allegations, Trump then visited Nebraska for a rally. He's also had done a tele-rally here. And people I've talked to, the observers I've talked to, really credit that Trump endorsement for keeping him competitive at this point. But you haven't seen like this huge difference in terms of like what polling people have put out. You haven't seen a huge difference between him and the other 2 candidates. So it's not like this really clear-cut situation where we know for sure that that's going to be enough to power him through.
Got it. So Trump is keeping Herbster afloat, really, even though these corroborated allegations of groping have come along. Now, another candidate, hog producer, University of Nebraska Regent Jim Pillen, picked up the Republican Governor Pete Ricketts endorsement, as well as the Farm Bureau endorsement. That sounds like it'd be important to me in Nebraska. I don't think of Nebraska as a state that swings real radical in politics. How's he doing?
Yeah, he's also one of the top candidates. He has been considered that since the very start of this, and partly because of the governor's endorsement, as well as endorsements from, like you said, the Farm Bureau. There's another former governor and former U.S. rep and Husker football coach, Tom Osborne. You know, he has a lot of those heavy hitters behind him. And that's sort of created this narrative, I think, between the Trump-endorsed candidate and then the guy who's backed by a lot of the considered kind of political power of the state at the state level versus the national level. So that's interesting. And then the third candidate kind of wasn't considered a frontrunner for a while, and then he ran this really positive campaign and has sort of come up to be at this tier with the other 2. And he's a state senator endorsed by the Omaha mayor, also a Republican, Gene Stothert. So the dynamics here are really fascinating, and it'll be interesting to see how it turns out.
It sure is, and we'll be watching. Charles Herbster, Brett Lindstrom, and Jim Pillen there running in a 3-way race. Looks like it can be anybody's at this point. How important will Trump's endorsement be? We'll find out. Sara Gentzler, thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.